The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee. As they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now. 60 or 56. What we got? What we got? What we got? Wide. Get wide. Whip. Watch the whip. Now.
Now a handoff looking right. And an alley to run.
All over you.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On second down, here's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Come on, set. 18, Gator. Come on. Ready?
And to give this time to the tailback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
64. Hey, team 6. Ready?
On first down, Eason. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already in the field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Not today, you are. Not today.
Hey, Haywood.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Yeah, Henry. Yeah, come on. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Go, go.
2nd and 15. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw here. He's going to go for a big play. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. From 6 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Flushed out right. Open man is Ross, complete. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back.
And this is taken in at the 5. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw. Eason. And he's got his tight end, Oliver. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Let's go, boys. Bring it.
60 Pittsburgh.
Watch what before.
Hey, Mike.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Got it.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, exit. Hey, stand off.
Safety scrimmage.
Now.
2nd and 6. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force an incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw on 2nd down. Eason connecting here with DJ Shark. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Here we go. 70, Indy.
Cut.
Let's go.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Get out the field, defense.
16 yards, a first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A gain of 16 yards. And the London first down.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
That's not new. Hey, foxtrot. Ready?
Now this time he'll look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The linebacker, Darius Leonard, applied the heat.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now Leonard Fournette. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 17.
General West. Look, squeeze.
Operating from the gun, Eason. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 18.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
The Bengals drive about to get going. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll look to throw here. Looking deep downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? Jesse Bates made the tackle from his safety spot. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Open man is Westbrook, complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. This quarterback now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Eason. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Rolling to his right. And he rifles one incomplete. DJ Chark the intended target, but now it'll be 3rd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. To throw on 3rd down. Eason. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. This is caught inside the 15. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Newton. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Mixon with a first down carry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Back to Mixon on first down. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that will put them on top here in the third. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
6-6, pull it high. Rush in. Ready?
To throw again. Eason. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back to throw. Eason. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Looking to throw. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 2nd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
58, right over there. Right over there. 58, right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Well, interceptions have been a problem in this one. If he could have gotten his feet down here, it would have been another.
Would have been a huge one. They've had a great game taking the ball away. Thought they had another one, just unable to get those cleats in bounds.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and angled for them and shot for them. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now they try the right side here. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
54, Mike. Here we go. 61. SOS. Shut up.
And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And this will be scooped up in the end zone. A defender gets there, and it's a touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
Knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board. Instead, you cough it up and watch them take it the rest of the way to the opposite end zone. That's a 2-score swing that you just gave up.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
That's track.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Bravo. Let's get it. Look at me. Zipper. Right there. 54. Right there.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 27 yards there, a 1st down. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these threes into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll drop the throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, echo. Ready.
From the gun, Eason. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. William Jackson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10.
They'll start here with a give to Mixon. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And that will be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this will be taken at the 13. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, there was second long, now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
The offense on third down, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be third and forever.
As I was watching the play unfold, my eyes immediately went to the referee because I wanted to see, was he going to put those two hands over his head, that universal signal for a safety? But it's at the 1 yard line. You know you're playing with fire when you get sacked that close to the goal line.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. He'll drop to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
A big run there, 29 yards and a first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Well, he had 2 sacks earlier. Now he has 4 total tackles for a loss after that play.
Well, they obviously have to do a better job trying to block it. But short of that, you know what the quarterback has to do? Make sure he doesn't hand it to him when he's back there thinking he's one of his own guys. His quickness, his suddenness, his speed getting into the offense's backfield has been something else in this game.
Back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Wells.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Look at me. Score. Yo, get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a diving grab. grab. I think he got that, yes. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff looking right. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
30 base. 54 Mike. Ready?
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, Eason. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Bengals, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.